Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Dante Vargas Hall and you're watching All Things Sports, the show where I talk about anything and everything that has to do with the world of sports. So without further ado, let's get started. For the first story of the day, I want to talk about Giancarlos Stanton getting absolutely drilled yesterday by Brewers pitcher Mike Fierce. It really was just a horrible incident and just one of those things that make you cringe every single time you see it. I'll include a link to the video down below in the description, but I have to warn you, it's hard to watch. As a result, Stanton, who sustained dental damage and facial fractures, is probably out for the season, and his MVP consideration is probably done as well. Now, pitcher Mike Fierce was visibly shaken after hitting Stanton and issued repeated sincere apologies to Stanton in his post-game interview. However, even with all of his remorse, he still managed to drill the very next batter on the hands, which caused everyone to get all up in a tizzy, and tempers were definitely flaring down in Miami. Eventually, they were able to douse the anger, and the Brewers won the game 4-2. Next up, guys, I have to talk about what's going on in Atlanta right now. The owner, Bruce Levinson, self-reported a racist email from 2012, then volunteered to step down prior to the conclusion of the investigation. That's a little odd, and some are saying that he felt scared and guilty after the Donald Sterling case. However, others feel he was a businessman who wanted to use the media attention to raise the price of his team prior to selling it. This second theory makes a little bit of sense due to the fact that his whole point of the email was the fact that he wasn't selling enough tickets and he couldn't figure out how to make the Hawks, more profitable. Either way, he's out. But someone who was just reprimanded today is GM Danny Ferry. Ferry seems to be suffering from the same thing that Roger Goodell is, and the fact that his original crime is not the problem, but him trying to cover up his original crime is what has America extremely frustrated at him. During a management meeting in which the Hawks were deciding which players to pursue and to leave alone, GM Danny Ferry was quoted as saying Luol Deng has some, quote, African in him, unquote. His explanation was that he read the comments from a scouting report, but when you listen to the audio, it definitely sounds like those thoughts are original. As a result, the league has suspended him indefinitely, and the Hawks are left without a GM and an owner, which is tough for a franchise that already struggles with attendance. Moving on, yesterday I said that I would update you on the Oscar Pistorius story, and I'm always a man of my word, so here it is. The judge has ruled that Mr. Pistorius is guilty of culpable homicide, which is essentially manslaughter. Pistorius will be sentenced on a later date, but there is no mandatory punishment for culpable homicide, so it's all up to the judge's discretion. He could receive anything from a fine to 15 years in jail. However, with the necessary special arrangements that would be necessary for him in prison, he may only be placed on probation, but that would also be accompanied with house arrest. So we'll wait and see what happens to Mr. Pistorius. But as far as racing goes, the 27-year-old six-time Paralympic gold medalist was reinstated today and will be allowed to race, barring his completion of his sentence. For the last story of the day, guys, I want to talk about Super Mario. No, not that Mario, this Mario, Mr. Mario Balotelli. He's all set to make his Anfield debut tomorrow against Aston Villa, despite a viral illness that he contracted earlier in the week. A lot is expected of the Italian striker, but rightly so, as he's an exceptionally gifted player. And according to his overall debut against a struggling Tottenham side, there's absolutely no reason to believe that Balotelli will do anything but be beneficial in Saturday's match. In fact, even team captain Steven Gerrard is saying that their title chances will only improve with having Mario on the squad. Brendan Rodgers' statement that this is most likely Mario Balotelli's last chance at a major club must have really resonated with the young man, seeing as he was simply hustling and playing a solid, focused brand of football that we'd never seen before. Which is a welcome change for a man who has thrown darts at youth players, set off fireworks in his bathroom, and been flat out uncoachable. Personally, I'm pulling for Super Mario, and I hope he performs up to his standards while keeping a level head on his shoulders. It would really just be a shame to see all of that talent go to waste. But thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you feel it necessary. But other than that, I'm out. See you Tuesday. Peace.